Hello Guardians of Lithas. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to thank everyone who has sent me get well soon messages on my Discord while I was sick. It was really kind of you all. Anyways, as many of you may know, a lot of us content creators have been getting a lot of negative vibes from the company lately. And this water of negativity is spilling over our cups. So today, I would be talking about where in my opinion the game went wrong. As in, how a game with such a great concept suddenly became a game that a lot of players dropped or wanted to drop. But before all that, I would like to thank my sponsor. It's called App Gallery. It is an amazing app store which allows you to get tons of rewards and discounts for playing your favorite games. They also organize a lot of giveaways in their Discord server. All the links related to App Gallery is in the description below. Now that we are done talking about my sponsor, allow me to return back to the topic in hand. And before I say all this, I want to make sure that everyone understands that this is all based on my personal opinions and judgments of the matter. In my personal opinion, all this started around Divala. They released a champion who accidentally became broken, and to be honest, I was totally fine with that, because every game has meta champions. So it makes perfect sense for a new champion to be better than the previous ones. The problem was, she was way too overpowerful. As in, I don't do tier list, but if I did tier list, she would be a S+ tier, while all the other champions would barely make it to S tier compared to her. And I know that there are many champions that are as good as her, given that they have high vigor. But in my opinion, it is what it is. Speaking about vigor is another reason why the game turned bad for worse. The vigor was working kind of fine when it got released. The only problem was that Goat Game wanted the vigor cap to be level 100. Now, as far as I know, nowhere was it mentioned that level 100 was supposed to be the vigor cap, nor was it illegal to use a common champion as fodders to transfer traits before marrying it to your main champion. And I don't know if you guys remember this or if you guys know this, level 600 is not a champion's level cap. Instead, level 700 is a champion's level cap. They did not update it in the index yet, and when the players figured out that they can go over level 600, it was treated as some kind of Easter egg. And even though it has been over half a year since the discovery, the index is yet to be updated. Anyways, that is beside the point that I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is there is no way for the players to know that level 100 was a vigor cap. Even if they somehow miraculously knew about it, how are they supposed to know that it's not some kind of Easter egg like the champion level cap? And the Goat Game's way of solving this vigor issue was to nerf the vigor by what feels like 50 times. And they only resettled players that were over 100 cap. And thus came the era where high vigor players who were able to get their vigor to level 50 or 60 before the nerf dominated those who did not jump on the vigor train. And even after they fixed the level 100 vigor, it turns out it still had issues. Although it's not an issue for most of the players, but it was still an issue in the game. This so-called new exploit allowed the players to marry high vigors into high vigors in one way or another and get even higher stats that they are supposed to get. And Goat Game did nothing to fix it, even though there were lots of reports and complaints about it, until Belligerent made a video about it. And then, and only then, Goat Game decided to do something about it. I feel like the only reason why the vigor nerf happened to begin with has nothing to do with people going over the cap. I mean, the non-existent cap, because they never mentioned that 100 was supposed to be the cap. But the main reason why the vigor got nerfed to such an extent was so that they could sell more and more of the marriage rings. Okay, now, speaking of things that Goat Games want to sell us, let us not forget how November to December, Goat realized the success of Bloodline and went full on money hungry mode. I mean, there is just so much expensive stuff they try to sell us, as well as trying to convince players to spend in specific X amount of money to get things like city skins or 30 companion shards, which makes sense in cosmetic purposes because a lot of players are willing to spend money for cosmetics. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the city skins costed about $100 or something, which is way too overpriced. And the companion shards were like $30 or so for half of the companion shards that you need to get a companion. There are more examples of such behaviors, but I cannot remember them at the moment from the top of my head. And to be honest, I can go on and on about these issues, but I don't want to strain my voice too much. As I have mentioned earlier, I've been kinda sick. But I might upload another video in a few days, where I will be talking more in details about some of the other things that Goat Games have done so far. Feel free to suggest some suggestions to include in the next video in my personal DM or in my comments below. And by the way, before I end the video, I just want to mention that I've finally gotten myself a donation link where you all can feel free to donate some money so that I can buy myself a new computer. Cause my current laptop is way too laggy to even edit the videos properly. But no pressure. Do not feel obligated to donate to me. And if you do decide to donate to me, please know that you are the best and I really appreciate your help. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching the video. And sorry Bloodline and Goat Games for making a video like this. That all being said, I hope you all have a great day. Take care, stay foxy, bye. Oh, and adios as well.